Sa linya po ng ating komunikasyon via Zoom ngayong umaga si Attorney James Reserva, Professor po ng Political and Constitutional Law. Attorney, mayong buntag, Jade at Admar po muli ang inyong mga kasama. Maraming salamat sa inyong oras.
Good morning, Jade. Good morning, Admar. At good morning din sa inyong mga viewers and listeners.
Opo. Attorney, kayo ho ba ay sumasang-ayon doon sa ginawang paglusob, paghahabol, pag-wrestling, ayon pa kay Senator Bato de la Rosa doon sa loob ng Senado kahapon?
It was an insult, an assault to the Senate as an institution na must be condemned at hindi sana yan mangyari sa ating bansa because the Senate is the people's chamber at saka yung ang chamber na yan ay sagrado yan and that should not be just trampled upon. Its dignity, integrity and independence must be protected.
May ginamit
Ang nangyari hapon ay talagang it was a desecration of its independence at saka integrity, dignity as people's chamber na talagang must be condemned, especially that we are claiming to be a democratic country. Never in our history that the Senate has been treated like what it suffered yesterday.
Ginawa po daw ng NBI agents po yung kahapon na paghahabol at hanggang pag-aresto kay Senator Bato de la Rosa dahil may inilabas na umano ang ICC na arrest warrant na ipinakita nga kahapon nandoon mismo si Antonio Trillanes. Attorney, ano ho ba sino ba dapat ang magpapakita, magdedetermine na merong legitimate na arrest warrant laban sa isang Pilipino, particular na isang opisyal ng gobyerno?
Jade, our country is a government of laws and not of men. And under our constitution, only a Philippine judge has the authority to issue warrant of arrest or search warrant after finding a probable cause from the complainant and the witnesses that he will produce. Yan ang batayan ng pag-i-issue ng warrant of arrest. But ang nangyari, isang foreign warrant accordingly na wala tayong legal obligation to follow. Nonetheless, kung meron mang warrant of arrest, it should be implemented in accordance with our Constitution. And in fact, the Senate has already passed a resolution outlining the procedure within which a foreign judgment can be enforced. But what happened yesterday, it was not acceptable. It was totally unacceptable because no less than our law enforcement agency under the executive branch is the one or was the one violating our Constitution. That's why that episode must be investigated and those who were responsible to it must be held to account because what is at stake is not Bato de la Rosa. What is at stake is the survival of our democracy, the survival of the supremacy of our Constitution. Because that's what defines our country. It's our Constitution, Jay.
Upang maprotektahan nga itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa mula sa banta ng pag-aresto ng ICC attorney, ginamit po ng Senado itong Senate Resolution number 44 para isilalim nga dito sa Senate Protective Custody. Sapat na ho ba ito na maging batayan para mapigilan nga yung banta ng pag-aresto, tangkang pag-aresto sa kanya?
Ang pag-aresto ay isang separate process. But that process must be implemented in accordance with our Constitution. And at the same time, with the guidance of the Senate resolution, which is an expression of the sentiment of the senators, and it is just like the expression of the sentiments of the people because the senators represent the voice of the people. So meron ng mga procedure dyan, Jade, at hindi pwede yung i-shortcut kasi that would be the destruction of our republic, the destruction of our country.
Opo. Hanggang saan lamang ang kapangyarihan nitong Senate Resolution 44, attorney? Kasi ang sinasabi po ng ilang mga abogado din, mga constitutional law expert, na ito'y isang resolution lamang at hindi batay at hindi sapat upang harangan ang isang sabi, balidong arrest warrant raw para sa mabibigat na kaso tulad ng crimes against humanity.
Yes, it's a resolution. It's a resolution as an expression of the wisdom of the senators. It can also serve as a guide to the judiciary branch because as of now, there is a pending petition filed by Senator Bato before the Supreme Court. Or if the implementation of the warrant will be if the implementation of the warrant will be effected, meron namang procedure din yan because it must be in accordance with the extradition treaty requirements. So dadaan pa yan ng regular courts. So that is the process because meron man tayong talagang batas. Hindi po talaga pwede na yung foreign judgment na wala naman like ICC, wala naman silang law enforcement mechanism. Hindi naman talaga pwede yan na parang hook, line, and sinker the Philippine government will follow. What is primordial for the Philippine government is to uphold the interest and welfare of its citizens, especially for a sitting senator who was voted by millions of the Filipino people to represent their voice in the Senate. At the very least, the Philippine government has to protect its own people.
Ibig sabihin, attorney, ay hindi siya po pwedeng lumabas sa Senado dahil nasa ilalim nga siya ng proteksyon para hindi kung may tangkamang pag-aresto ay hindi ganon kaagad-agad at kumbaga kailangan niyang gamitin muna lahat ng legal remedies bago ipatupad yung arrest warrant laban sa kanya, isang foreign arrest warrant, attorney.
Jade, under normal circumstances, Bato de la Rosa should be free. He should be like us. He should have freedom to move around. And he should have the protection of the Philippine government. But what is happening right now, it's the Philippine government which is doing the parang oppression at saka yung pag-deprive ng rights ni Senator Bato because politics is behind all of this. Ang masakit dahil ang politics has penetrated into our institutions, especially our law enforcement bodies. Naging weaponized na ito in order to serve the interest of some interest of the politicians, especially the interest of the foreign powers. Yan ang masakit yan, kasamang Jade.
At nakikita ho ba ninyo, attorney, na yung nangyaring tensyon kahapon dyan sa Senado ay makukonsidera mo nang nagkaroon na tayo ng constitutional crisis matapos nga nagbanggaan ang Senado, ang mga personal individual, sergeant at arms at itong mga law enforcement agencies sa pagsisilbi ng umano'y arrest warrant?
Hindi lang crisis, Jade. It was already an assault to a duly established institution like the Senate, which is supposed to be respected and given dignity. Iyan ang masakit. It was no longer more than a constitutional crisis. It was already an assault to the independence of the Senate.
Sa ngayon ba ay may obligasyon pa rin ba ang Pilipinas sa ICC, attorney, at kailangan tayong sumunod doon sa kanilang inilabas na arrest warrant laban sa isang opisyal ng gobyerno sa katauhan nga ni Senator Bato de la Rosa?
Kasamang Jade, wala tayong obligation. If we have to uphold our sovereignty, wala tayong obligation sa ICC. First, we are no longer member of the ICC. Second, under the Rome Statute, kahit pa member pa tayo, ang ICC is a court of last resort under the principle of complementarity. Ibig sabihin, kung mayroon pa tayong functioning courts, dapat ICC should not come in, even if we are member. But how much more if you are no longer member? Wala tayong pakialam. Ang nangyari kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, hindi siya binibigyan ng pagkakataon to question the process applied to him because it was really a case of extraordinary rendition. It was the Philippine government who delivered our own former president to the ICC, which is an affront to our sovereignty. Let it be made as part of our dark chapter of our history as a country, but that should not happen again to Senator Bato de la Rosa and to other people who are supposed to be protected by our government. Kasi even in other countries, magkaiba man sila ng politika, but when it comes to the sovereignty of their own country, they will never surrender their own citizen to a foreign entity. Sa atin, iba. Sunod-sunuran tayo. Enabler pa ang Philippine government. So, isang masakit ito. Masakit na pangyayari sa ating bansa na dapat must be condemned by all of us because it's no longer Bato. It's us, Filipinos. Kung mangyari yan ng former president, kung mangyayari yan sa isang sitting senator, how much more sa ordinary citizens like us?
Sa tingin mo, attorney, kung hindi po napatalsik itong si Senator Tito Soto bilang Senate President at napalitan nga ng bagong Senate President na si Alan Peter Cayetano, ay kulong na, arestado na itong si Senator Bato?
I think Senator Bato will not go there because his vote was very material to effect leadership change in the Senate. Kung wala siya, hindi marating yung 13 votes, yung majority of the 24. So he has to sacrifice and take the risk of being arrested because alam naman niya na yung warrant of arrest ay nandiyan na. It was just kept secret and they were waiting the right time. I think the right time na hinintay nila was to time it with the planned change of leadership in the Senate, which the vote of Senator Bato de la Rosa would be very material and very needed in order to reach 13 votes.
At nagtagumpay nga yung plano na yan.
Praise God. Praise God, Jade. It was really God who did it. All things were possible because of God.
Attorney, makakasira ho ba sa imahe ng institusyon ng Senado yung patuloy nilang pagkakanlong o pagpoprotekta dito kay Senator Bato de la Rosa, considering kung pakikinggan mo yung kanilang mga kritiko, ang sinasabi dapat isuko na lang, isurrender na lang itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa sa ICC.
Yung mga nagsasabi diyan, kasamang Jade, they are anti-Filipinos. Because if you are a Filipino, no matter what your political color may be, dapat ang ating nasa puso ngayon at sa isip, yung ating soberenya, ang ating sovereignty as a country. Kasi kung wala tayong sovereignty, wala tayong bansa, wala tayong dapat ipagmayabang. We are stateless kung wala tayong sovereignty. You know what will happen to stateless persons? Naku, wala tayong rights. Kaya yung statehood, it's being fought by blood, sweat, and tears. O nagkaroon tayo ng state. Nagkaroon tayo ng independence after being colonized by foreign powers. Dapat yan ay ating i-preserve. Dapat yan ang ating paglaban. Pero kung ang ugali natin ay parang colony pa rin tayo, so mabuti pa, babalik tayo sa dati. And we should stop claiming to be that the Philippines is a sovereign, democratic, and republican state. Wala yan kung i-surrender natin yung ating of our political belief, our political... Dapat hindi ito about kalaban man natin or hindi. It's about our country. We should be united. Kaya nga ngayon, Jade, grabe talaga ang division ng ating bansa. Yung ating paghati-hati ay talagang masama na ito sa ating nation. At yung mga heroes natin na bumuhis ng kanilang buhay, ng kanilang dugo, I think they will wake up from their grave kung pwede pa lang. Saka sabihin lang, sayang yung mga sakripisyo namin kung yan ang maugali niyo. Because what they were fighting for, yung interest ng kanilang mga anak at sa sunod na mga henerasyon. Tayo na yung generation na yan. Pero ang pinaglaban ng ating mga bayani ay parang it was all put to waste. Kasi bumalik naman tayo sa dati ng ating sinusunod ay we are puppets of our foreign masters.
Ngayon na dinomina ng Duterte Bloc yung Senado dahil nga nagkaroon ng pagbabago ng liderato dyan, attorney. Pagdating naman po sa epekto nito sa impeachment proceedings kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Nakikita ho ba ninyo na ito'y hindi na matutuloy at ano yung possible na magiging basehan naman ngayon ng Senado?
Ayokong pangunahan, Jade, but under the Constitution, the Senate has the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment. So, because the articles of impeachment, I think, are already on their way to the Senate will have to dispose of it in accordance to its constitutional mandate, the power to try and decide as to how they will exercise that power. That is their own prerogative because under the principle of separation of powers, meron silang kapangyarihan how to dispose of that power to try and decide. Now, that should not be interfered with because that is a political question and even makita natin kung ganyan lang kung yan ang basihan natin ngayon, yung 13 votes which now constitute 13 votes which now constitute the majority of the Senate, that is more than the
Yes, attorney? Attorney? Ayan po, balikan lang po natin si Attorney James Reserva, isa pong political at constitutional professor, ang ating napakinggan na mga kapartners. Kaugnay nga dito sa magiging epekto ng pagbabago ng liderato sa issue po ng impeachment proceedings laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Ngayon, lalo't nakalusot na nga, na-impeach na nga doon sa Kamara ang Vice President at yung mga articles of impeachment ay na-transmit na dyan sa Senado. Inaasahan natin, magko-convene yung Senado at didinggin yung articles of impeachment o kung magpapatuloy pa silang magkaroon ng impeachment court, kung wala pa silang nakikitang hindi baga maganda dito sa articles of impeachment, kung hindi malabag. So yan ay isa lamang kabilang sa mga titingnan dito ng Senado kung magpapatuloy ba yung magiging impeachment trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, considering na mayroong bagong Senate President ngayon at dinodumi na nga ng majority ay mga kaalyado ng Duterte. Kaya yan po ay inaabangan po natin mga kapartners kung makakaapekto ba, magiging game changer ba ang bagong liderato ngayon sa katauhan ni bagong Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano ang magiging hatol dito sa impeachment trial, impeachment case ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Samantala, naglabas po na matapang na pahayag si Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano matapos ang naging tensyonadong insidente sa loob ng Senado kaugnay sa operasyon ng mga tauhan ng NBI laban kay Senator Bato de la Rosa. Narito balita ni Prince Tripoli.
Kasunod ng kaguluhang naganap nitong Lunes, iginiit ni Senate President Cayetano na kailangang igalang ang mga protocol at koordinasyon sa loob ng institusyon, lalo na sa mga operasyong sangkot ang mga miyembro ng mataas na kapulungan. Batay sa mga CCTV footage na kumalat kahapon, huling-huli ang pagtakbo ni Senator De La Rosa habang sinusunda ng mga operatiba. Dahil sa pangyayari, agad na nagpatupad ng lockdown at isinailalim sa protective custody ng bagong liderato ng Senado ang senador. Ayon kay Cayetano, di katanggap-tanggap ang umano'y agresibong pagkilos at habulan sa loob mismo ng Senado, kahit pa sinasabing may koordinasyon umano ang mga operatiba sa dating liderato ng institusyon.
Pero nakita niyo yung video, hindi naman pwede just because they think they have a valid warrant which is not issued by a Philippine court, ay pwede na silang makipaghabulan sa premises natin. We don't want to violate any laws, kaya nga yung ina-advise ko sa NBI, makipag-usap ng maayos. Hindi yung sasabihin nila na dahil may warrant sila, pwede na nilang gawin yung gusto nila.
Matatandaang kahapon lang muling nagpakita sa Senado si De La Rosa matapos ang ilang buwang hindi pagdalo sa sesyon dahil sa banta ng warrant mula sa ICC. Sa kanyang pagbabalik, inakusahan niya ang NBI na humarang at nakipagpisikalan sa kanya sa loob ng Senado. Ayon naman kay Cayetano, malinaw ang naging posisyon ng Senado na kinakailangan munang dumaan sa proseso ng korte sa Pilipinas bago maisagawa ang anumang pag-aresto laban kay De La Rosa.
Napaka-importante na level-headed tayong lahat, pero napaka-importante na klaro na huwag niyong paglaruan yung Senado. I mean, you know, this is not tabing kanto na, you know, will make excuses.
Samantala, matapos ma-cite in contempt, pinalaya na kagabi ang siyam na operatiba ng NBI sa ilalim ng kustodiya ni Direktor Melvin Matibag. Ito ay matapos ang naging pag-uusap ni Matibag at Cayetano kung saan kinumpirma ng NBI na hindi na nila itutuloy ang pag-aresto kay De La Rosa habang nasa loob ito ng Senado. Sa ngayon, patuloy ang hiwalay na fact-finding investigation ng Senado at ng NBI upang matukoy ang buong pananagutan sa nasabing komprontasyon. Para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas kumahal, Prince Tripoli, SMNA News.
Balikan natin si Attorney James Reserva, Professor po ng Political and Constitutional Law. Attorney, nandyan ka po ba?
Yes.
Ayan po, Attorney. Bago ko lang ipasa kay Partner Admar, Attorney, possible ho ba yung mga issue ng mini-trial, issue ng pagpapalabas ng bank records ng Vice Presidente doon sa Kamara, sa pagdinig ng House Committee on Justice, at yung issue ng yung iba't ibang mga issue na nakikita po, na kinestyon po ninyo mismo ng mga abogado doon mismo sa ginagawang pagdinig ng House Committee on Justice. Maaari po ba yung gamitin ng mga senador o ilang senador para doon questionin naman sa kanilang pagko-convene bago magkaroon ng impeachment court para dito sa pagdinig ng impeachment cases o articles of impeachment ni Vice President Duterte?
Jade, we don't want to jump on our gun on the senators. They know what they're doing. Mahirap naman talagang pangunahan sila. But maybe, ang ganda naman kung yung iniisip mo ay mangyayari. Alam mo, yung the power to try and decide, malawak yan. Mahirap. Gusto ko sabihin ng gusto mong marinig na senaryo. Pero mahirap pangunahan, Jade. Ang sa akin, ang atin lang ay dapat this will be promptly and expeditiously disposed with. Yan ang ating gusto. Kasi what is there to try? Kung ang basis nila ay yung confidential funds, hindi pa naman yan final. Does it constitute an impeachable offense? Bakit siya lang ang parang selectively being investigated on the use of confidential funds? How about the confidential funds of other high officials of the government, the president, the secretaries, and mga military at saka yung mga LGU officials. So diyan pa lang makita natin na hindi pa final at saka pangalawa, hindi pa violation na ng Equal Protection Clause na isang right natin under the Bill of Rights. Pangalawa, yung Kamadriaga, what is there to try? Na alam naman na it was really parang kwentong barbero. Hindi ka na nagkamali nga sila. Yung script ay talagang ang daming butas na talagang nakita ng mga tao. Nakita natin, invented lahat. Yung mga dates niya at saka yung mga sinasabi niya na mga events, like for example, yung bigay ng painting, na easily debunk. At saka, what is there to try? I-try mo yung isang polluted witness. Pangatlo, yung sasalin. Hindi naman kasali sa impeachment complaint. So, it becomes a phishing expedition. At saka yung bank records, alam natin na illegal yun. At saka yung the way that was being presented ay talagang it was designed to create a narrative na nagkaroon sila ng billion na pera. Naku, hindi man yan kasi what is being presented is transactions. Transaction, deposit, withdrawal. Yan ang transactions. Hindi man sinabi doon kung ano yung balance. So, from the face of it, it is very clear na, at saka yung grave threats, ano ba yan? Grave threats, in fact, it's sinasabi ko yan categorized yan as yung minor crime cognizable by first level court, yung MTC. Does it rise to the level of a constitutional, does it rise to the level of an impeachable offense? So, iyon pa lang, pwede na yan ma-dismiss, pero huwag na lang natin pangunahan. kasamang J.
Attorney, may buntag si Admar po ito.
Admar, okay. May buntag, Admar.
Opo, maaari bang i-invoke ng mga otoridad doon sa kanilang pagsisilbi ng kanilang arrest warrant, or maaari ba nilang gawing rason na meron namang history dyan po sa Senado na meron silang sinilbihan ng arrest warrant, kagaya po ni na Senador Leila de Lima patungkol po sa kaso nito dati na drugs. Si dating Senador Antonio Trillanes na kasong rebellion, or malaki ang kaibahan nito kasi itong mga warrant of arrest na
Malaking kaibahan.
Opo.
Malaking kaibahan. Because those arrests that were served in the Senate are warrant of arrest that were issued by the Philippine court, Philippine judges. So, under the Constitution, we have to follow the rule of law. Pero ito iba kasi who issued the warrant is not our Philippine judges. It's a foreign entity na wala tayong jurisdiction. Yung issue of jurisdiction ni rule ng ICC doon kay President Duterte, siyempre nandoon na sa kanila eh. Sinurinder na natin. So, they already have jurisdiction kasi nandoon na sa kanila. Ngayon, bakit tayaan natin yan? Dapat, we should not allow foreign entity to acquire jurisdiction over the person of our co-Filipino. Especially so for two reasons. Number one, we are no longer member of the ICC. Pangalawa, kahit member tayo, ICC will operate only as a court of last resort under the complementarity principle na as long as we have a functioning courts, ICC should not come in. We have a functioning court. We have a functioning judicial system. So, we have no reason to surrender our brother Filipino to a foreign entity. So malaking kaibahan ang nangyari kay dating Senator Leila de Lima at saka kay dating Senator Antonio Trillanes.
Opo. So, ibig sabihin, yung naging akusasyon din ni Trillanes, private citizen Trillanes, ay hindi tama yung sinasabi niya na ang ginagawa daw ng Senado sa pagbibigay ng protective custody, inihambing pa yung mga past na pagsisilbi ng arrest warrant ay obstruction of justice, Attorney.
Hindi. Well, he is entitled to his own opinion kasi he is really obsessed on serving the interest of his masters, domestic and international. Sa kanya yan. Pero malaking kaibahan yan because in his case, he availed all the legal remedies before the warrant of arrest was issued upon him. On the part of Senator Bato de la Rosa, he must be given the opportunity to avail all our existing legal remedies na pwede niyang gamitin para isulong niya ang kaniyang what he believes in na dapat hindi siya pwedeng arestuhin. And that should not be denied of him, kaibigang Admar.
Opo, kasi ang kaibahan din po doon sa pagsisilbi ng arrest warrant sa unang dalawang senador na nabanggit natin, dating mga senador, wala naman pong habulan na nangyari. Nagkaroon ng magandang koordinasyon at walang duguan. Kahapon kasi parang dami pong mga komosyon na parang pinipigilan nila. Di mo alam kung dahil ba sa ICC warrant man nagkaroon ng ganun or para pigilan na makapasok sa plenaryo dahil magkakaroon ng botohan sa panibagong liderato, Attorney.
Actually, yan talaga ang dahilan. Una, they wanted Bato to be arrested and brought to The Hague in order to lower the threshold of the votes needed to convict the Vice President. Because in that case, kung si Bato de la Rosa is no longer within the jurisdiction of our country, maging 23 na lang ang basihan as base to compute the two-thirds. So, instead of 16, maging 15. Pangalawa, they have to prevent Bato from going into the Senate and to arrest him so that he cannot vote on the resolution declaring all positions vacant in the Senate that would effect a leadership change because it would fall short the requirement of majority of all the members of the Senate, which is 13. So ang vote niya ay kailangan maging 13 yung resolution to unseat Tito Soto and install Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. May God guide him and bless him.
Opo.
Ating Senate President.
Opo. Attorney, napapanahon na ba na maglabas pa ng mas malinaw na desisyon din ang Korte Suprema? Kasi doon po sa kanilang April 25 na...
Admar, please, Admar.
Opo.
I don't want to appear dictating upon the Supreme Court. I'm a lawyer, Admar.
Opo. Pero ang punto ko lang po kasi ito, attorney, ito lang po.
Putting pressure.
Opo.
Alam nila what they will do. Alam nila yung dapat gawin nila. As an officer of the court, mahirap magsabi na Supreme Court, ito ang gawin mo. Mahirap yan.
Opo, attorney, siguro banggitin ko na lang, pwede mong hindi sagutin. Kasi doon po sa April 8, 2025 nila na resolution po, ang ibig sabihin po nila dito ng extradition ay removal of the extradited from the Philippines, the requested state, to place them at the disposal of foreign authorities, the requesting state, may tuturing bang estado ang ICC?
Hindi nga eh. So, iwan ko yan ang isang malaging legal question dyan. Pwede rin, kasi yung sa extradition treaty, you are talking about states. Pero ito, it's a foreign entity. But just the same, ang fundamental principle dyan, be it state or foreign entity, dapat, number one, we have to uphold our sovereignty na ang masusunod ay ating batas. Ang batas natin ay enshrined in our Constitution, which is the highest and the fundamental of the land, fundamental law of the land, to which all other laws must conform and all public officials must obey. Yan ang number one na principle diyan. Pangalawa, kailangan we have to protect our own Filipino citizen. Yan man talaga ang duty natin. Kasi the government is there to protect its own Filipino citizens. So, mahirap na we have to surrender our sovereignty. We have to offer the head of our co-Filipino just to satisfy the whims and caprices of foreign power or the political patrons who are interested in removing or getting that head of Senator Bato de la Rosa. Mahirap yan gawin sa atin. We have to rise as a nation under one flag, regardless of color, regardless of race, regardless of political beliefs. We should be one in protecting our sovereignty and protecting the lives and preserving the rights and interest of our co-Filipino.
Attorney, daghan kaayong salamat sa inyo pong oras at sa pagbibigay po niyo ng impormasyon ngayong umaga. Magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Basta, God bless. God is good. Jade, nandiyan sa palagi. Nangyari ito because of Him. Siya talaga. Wala na tayong anong ibig sabihin, yung hinuhugutan ngayon. Kasi lahat, all the forces of darkness are in place. Diyos na lang ang, pero dapat talaga, hindi na lang, but sa Diyos tayo hahawak. Diyos tayo huhugot ng lakas. Ganito nangyari natin, how miracles happened. We didn't expect that while they were busy convincing, giving lahat ng mga carrot and sticks na ginawa na sa House of Representatives, but God works in mysterious ways doon sa Senate. They never expected that to happen that fast. So, makita natin yung hand of God doing everything. So, ang atin ay padalangin, Jade and Mar.
Amen.
Kasi siya lang
Attorney.
talaga at sasandalan natin.
Thank you, Attorney. Ayun po mga kababayan, si Attorney James Reserva, Professor ng Political and Constitutional Law ang ating nakasama, napakinggan ngayong umaga.